this roundup we look at the Roccat Kone Aimo and compare it to the Corsair M65 Pro, Acer Echelon laser and Corsair Harpoon. These mice range from the budget end of the market right up to the high end. What do you get for your money in this diverse world of rodents? First up is the Roccat Kone. The Kone is an entry to high-end gaming mice, coming in around £70. It has 9 buttons, plus a shift enabling a total of 18 button assignments. The buttons are responsive with the 2 thumb buttons well positioned. This is no surprise, as they are customised Cherry-O-Max switches. The 4D mouse wheel can also click left and right, and as well as the traditional scroll and the middle button click. USB connection is by flexible braided cable. The Owl optical sensor is a custom version of the Pixar 3361, DPI ranging from 100 to 12,000. The mouse is beautifully designed and has several illumination zones. It comes in 3 colours, white, black and grey. The Roccat Swarm software allows up to 5 active profiles with settings for illumination and assigned key macros. It's very intuitive and easy to use, and although the setup and update process can be clunky. Many common games such as Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege have predefined macros that can easily be assigned to buttons, allowing you to have the mouse set up for all your favourite games. The Kone weighs 130 grams, making it middle of the road in terms of weight. It feels very comfortable in the palm grip and suits the gamer with medium to larger hands. Sadly, left-handed people may feel left out, as the mouse is ergonomically designed for right-handed gamers. Tracking in games is superb, and the mouse works well on most surfaces. Automatic profile switching works well with the ability to assign each profile a game and its own illumination. By setting unique lighting for each profile, you know immediately you have the correct macros for your game. The audible DPI readout is a godsend, letting you set precisely what you want in game. The mouse is well put together, but feels a little less sturdy when compared with the M65 Pro RGB. Next up is the Corsair M65 Pro. The M65 Pro is a mid-range mouse priced around £50. It has a premium build quality, the chassis being made of aluminium. The mouse has a traditional button layout with scroll wheel and 2 thumb buttons. USB connection is by flexible braided cable. The mouse wheel is extremely responsive and the on-run switches have a very positive click when pressed. It's equipped with a sniper button, dropping the DPI right down for those precision shots. The mouse has 3 removable weights, allowing a range from 115 to 135 grams. The Pixar PMW3366 sensor has a 12,000 DPI rating, and also has a software option to calibrate to different surfaces. The mouse has 2 illumination areas. These can be either solid colour or follow a pattern. Colours can be set per profile as they can with the Kone. The M65 is quite a comfortable mouse, and although the claw grip may not suit everyone, it's quite good for those with smaller hands. The mouse is fairly uniform in shape, and although not ambidextrous, could be used by a left-handed gamer. The mouse tracks superbly and is easily a match for the Kone. DPI can be changed with the two buttons on top of the mouse and LED changing colour to indicate the selected option. The configurable weight is useful too. I like a heavy mouse, but for those who don't, you can drop the weight down, right down to 115 grams in fact. The build quality is superb and the M65 really feels like a premium product. I'd argue it's a little better made than the Kone, taking into account the metal chassis and the quality feel of the plastic shell. The Corsair Utility Engine software can manage all your Corsair peripherals and control the lighting effects. You can set up macros too, but it's not as intuitive as the Roccat software. Next up is the Corsair Harpoon. The Harpoon is a budget mouse and can be picked up for as little as £23. It offers a traditional layout with two thumb buttons and a scroll wheel. The single button on the top of the mouse lets you select between 250 and 6000 dpi in 250 dpi increments. The mouse is extremely light, weighing 85 grams, but lacks premium features such as a braided cable. There is a single illumination zone which can be set to as a solid colour or a pattern sequence, or it can indicate the DPI. Not ideal when your hand covers it. The sensor is the Pixart PMW3320, and it's a great performer in this price bracket. Even though it's limited to 6000 dpi, that's sufficient in most instances. The mouse is a palm grip design and again only made for right-handed use. I found it a little small and had to use more of a claw grip. However, for those with small hands, I think it will work well, and its lightweight is a bonus if you like a small mouse. It really does punch above its weight, and there is little to compete at its price range. It's well put together and performs well in games. It's not as responsive as the other mice here, but it's a good, no-frills budget option. Next up is the Acer Echelon laser mouse. The Echelon is the only truly ambidextrous mouse on offer. It has two thumb buttons plus an additional two next to the left mouse button. This time we have a custom laser sensor that goes up to 5600 dpi. The mouse was originally priced at £30 but has recently been discontinued. It can be found on Amazon for £40. It's the only mouse not to offer illumination, but it does come with a braided cable with that premium feel. The mouse's weight is customizable. You get 3 10-gram weights and 1 5-gram, so you can play around until it's just right. I love the shape of the mouse. It's a palm grip and a nice size. It suits left and right-handed users, and being slightly smaller on the Kone fits most hand sizes. Button position is good and the switches respond okay, although they can feel a little spongy. Tracking is good, but as with many laser sensors can vary depending on the surface it's on, although it's on par with the Harpoon. It's really well made and looks attractive with its digital camouflage design. Let's sum up what we've discovered looking at these mice. Overall, I choose the Roccat Kone Aimo. It has the best software, it's well designed, and although it's not built as well as the M65, performs slightly better. That's not to say you shouldn't consider the other mice. On a budget, grab the Harpoon, you won't be disappointed for £23. Need a mouse with smaller hands with customisable weight? Grab the M65 Pro. Lastly, looking for a good all-rounder which has a little of everything? Grab the Acer Echelon while you can.